Hi, I'm Melissa Herb, the plus size tarot chick, and holy mother, bro, over 100 subscribers in a week. Oh my goodness, thank you so much, everybody. That's why we had the horns and the yays, because without you, this wouldn't be possible. So I wanted to say thank you so much, everybody. I love and appreciate all of you. And now we are going to get into the content. So if you are new, hi and welcome. And if you are a recent subscriber, thank you so much for being a part of this with me. I truly love all of you. And now we're going to get into the nitty gritty of this spread. Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Melissa Herb, the plus size tarot chick. If you're new, welcome. And if you are tuning in and a recent subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in. So, disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only. It is up for you to believe and decide on what your opinions are. So, this is only a matter of discussion and topic. And I feel neutral with both parties. So let's get right into it. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry in articles have speculated hearsay that they are going to be moving to America. This is in gossip columns. And this is by a viewer's request. Thank you so much. You know who you are. And we're going to be getting into, I'm going to be using the Pixies Astounding Lenormand Deck. Lenormand cards are direct and straight to the point. They consist of 36 cards. And, you know, that are positive, neutral, and negative. So, but they tell a story just like tarot. So they are different. And I'll get into a brief summary of what Lenormand is. It's 36 cards. They either are positive, neutral, or negative. And they do tell a story. There are various spreads. And the spread I'm going to be using today is the yes or no Lenormand spread. Yes, no spread. And remember, hit the subscribe bell, comment below your thoughts, and share this out. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I will be right back. All right, so I'm back. I shuffled the cards, and let's get right to it. So the first card here, we have the Garden. This always comes up every time I do a spread about specific topics when it regards to Meghan Markle. This card always always comes up in the third position, which is really weird. But I don't know if it has to do with Meghan. And this one too. Oh my gosh. And the whip. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I am with neutral with both parties. Just remember this. And always have an open mind. So we have Garden, Whip, Snake, Tower, and Coffin. So the question specifically I asked is Prince Harry and Meghan Markle moving to California? And what are the energies surrounding it? So these are direct and to the point, and they do tell a story. And I'm going to read this like a regular 5-card spread. So we always start with each card, and they go in combinations. All right, so to get into the reading, we start with the center card, and we have the snake. And the snake is a water element, and The snake's month is July, 7th month of the year, which is July. And with the meaning of this card, when we know in stories, we see snake as vindictive, um, manipulating to get their way. And as looking into this, it is representing a woman with long, dark black hair. And it could represent a person, or it could also represent a situation. But intuitively, I am feeling that this is representing Meghan Markle, and with the lies, manipulating, and this is a negative card. So it look and let's get into the other cards so we can look into the matter further, and then I'll explain the story. So we have the garden. It's a positive card. The garden is a positive card. It basically represents charity work, networking, general public, groups and crowds. This also can represent the ability to be a leader. Has to do with public relations. With the garden card, it's a fire element. So it could be Sagittarius, or it could be a air element, which is a Libra. And with the surrounding this card, it is a positive card. And specifically with this situation, it is asking, is Meghan Markle and Prince Harry moving to the United States, to California? And with this card, intuitively, I am feeling that it has to do with public relations, with live events. It could be somebody who is in, charity work, and somebody who networks a lot. So with this card, it is a positive. And with hobbies, they're also fond of walking, very outdoorsy, walking, hiking, and doing a lot of outdoor events. It could be, hence, professional trainings or networking of people. So we have the whip, which is the negative card. With the whip, looking at the definition itself, it is describing what abuse. It represents manipulation. It represents narcissism, and it also just a toxic environment. Basically, that's what this is saying. So this is a negative card. And we already went through what the snake is. And we have the Tower, which is a neutral card. So when looking at the Tower, it is suggesting a negative card, hence because of the arrogance. That's why it is negative. It represents a person who is of higher authority. So somebody who's in law, somebody who is higher up. It could mean royalty, meaning with the situation, and something that has to do with the government and legal matters. And this card also represents a person who is overbearing and has very, I'm trying to think of the word, ego, has a very high ego of themselves, and kind of like small, I'm trying to think of the term, small, trying to think of the right term for this. So who feels, okay, so who feels superior, and feel obligated and entitled. That's what I was thinking of. So this is a negative card. And we have the Coffin. The Coffin is a negative card. And it does state, with this card, it is stating, what I'm getting is the end of something. It could be a relationship. It could be giving up material possessions and finishing up a specific period in your life. And because of the Coffin, sometimes these the life choices are negative. And with life, generally, there has to have a balance of good and bad. And everybody goes through mistakes and go through transitions, and it's up to the person to control and react to how to the situation is. And this also can represent a negative attitude. In addition to this, it could be, it's kind of like toxic, like those like toxic vampires, emotional, energy draining vampires, that sucks the life out of you. And I'm getting intuitively, I keep hearing person, I keep hearing female, and I keep coming back to this card, and I keep thinking, and I keep hearing in my head, Meghan. So I feel that this is representing Meghan Markle in the situation at hand. But this card represents Leo, which is a fire element. And this can happen around a time frame in August during Leo time. So it could also refer to as like 8 days, 8 weeks, and so on. But it is a summer card, so basically it is ruling by Leo, the zodiac sign. And with the planet Pluto, it is going to happen approximately like around the August 8th. So it could be this year. It could be another year. So, but overall, this is the ending to a chapter. So we have negative, negative, neutral, positive, negative. So overall, looking at the situation, it looks like that there is going to be an ending to a chapter before they move, before, if there is even a move. And it looks like no, that they are not going to be moving to California because of this, which is the whip, and this, the snake, and this, the coffin, because there's only one positive card. And I swear I always get these 3 cards with every time I do a reading surrounding this family, which is crazy. It's interesting. It's interesting. So according to this, it is not looking like that they are going to be going to California. I'm using my pen so I can point out the different cards. So we're going to start with this group. So going in, which is the garden and the whip. Now I'm thinking of it, actually, I believe this card is representing Harry because of the party animal, because this also is social butterfly. And we have the whip here, which is these 2 cards. It is representing that there is a harvest, and agriculture going on here. So let's get into this next pair, which we have the whip and the snake. So we're looking at these two cards here. So we have the whip, which is a toxic environment, a lot of fighting. We have the snake, which is malicious, manipulates, and tries to get, you know, tries to get their way no matter what, and fights. And this is representing a woman with long dark hair. So I'm thinking this is representing Harry and this is representing Meghan. I always get different cards with this one, but it always represents somebody who is of a higher up. So in same positions, I always get this every time I do a reading around them. And this could be with the whip and the snake. This is saying, with these two combined, it is stating that danger, somebody who is dangerous. It can also represent somebody who is a troublemaker, a dangerous acquaintance, just a dangerous situation. So what I'm getting intuitively, that the person is a danger for the family, and somebody's scared. Somebody is very fearful. Saying I'm getting this, and this is what I'm getting from spirit. So that this is a dangerous situation. Somebody is a danger to the family. So next, we're going to go into the snake and the tower. There's going to be a legal matter. This is what this is stating. So when we have the snake and the tower together, there is going to be legal matters at hand. And this could be from a trial, a court order, or a lawsuit. So something is going to happen legally. So with these two cards, there is going to be a legal matter that could be surrounding either the royal family or it could be Meghan. So let's get into the last pair. We have the tower and we have the coffin. I draw a few more cards to keep this reading on the lighter side of things. So when we go into the tower and the coffin, it is stating of bankruptcy. It could be a legal matter of some sort, or it could be an ending to a relationship because of the toxic environment. So next I drew 4 more cards, so bear with me. So we have the left, we have the coffin and the fish. I never like to leave readings negative, so I want to see what the story tells out. So it's important to always, when you're doing a reading, it's always important to never leave the reading negative. So, and that is my perspective and my opinion. So we have the coffin and the fish. Okay, so with the fish, it is a neutral card. It is with going into the definition, it is representing a male or female with dark grayish or dark brown hair, and also who is physically attractive, a entrepreneur, and somebody who is a water element and Pisces. In addition to that, we have this can connect to, you know, somewhere in the waters. There's going to be something going on in the water. And when we put these two together, it is saying something is coming to an end. It could be a business. It could be something of a relationship. And this is stating that things are coming to an end. So we have, after the fish, we have the letter. This could be a business adventure with the fish and the letter combined. It could be something of a contract. It could be something of a business venture. Something that has to do with a certification and permits. So something around permits, something around business, something that is a legal contract. So when we look at the letter, it is something of verbal communication. It could be an email, a letter, a text. It could be something that is a sealed document, something of legal communication or communication in general. But with these two combined, it could be of a legal contract. So next card we're looking at is the stork, and the stork represents a birth or new change or a move. It could be also surrounding an elegant person. And according to this, this could represent a woman who has dark blonde hair or light color of the eyes. And the reason why I'm going slow with this, because this is, I'm learning with you guys. And leave your thoughts below in the comments and let me know what you think how I'm doing. So when we're getting into the stork, it is intuitively, I'm getting new birth, starting over. This could be also representing a person with light blonde hair and light colored eyes. And this could be from positive. So the stork is a very positive card. And if it comes to family matters, it is representing an addition of adoption, mother-in-law. So it could be somebody that either Prince Harry or it could be Meghan Markle that meets. But when I did other readings, I got intuitively and also the feel of the cards when I did tarot. It did signify that there would be an ex coming back into the picture. And I kept getting of a female who is of light blonde hair. I don't know who that is, but we'll see. And according to this card, it's stating that it's a new birth, a new beginning of something. It doesn't have to be of a physical assortment. It could be, it can be a birth of a new relationship. It could be the birth of starting a new life. It could be with somebody else. So that's what I'm picking up. And next card, we get the lily, and I'll read the last two at the end, the stork and the lilies. But when we get to the lilies, it is a neutral card. And with this card, it's representing a maturity from a grown life event or a negative event that happened, and growing from that. And it brings peace and contentment. So overall, it's basically conducting that there is wisdom, and intuitively, I'm getting that learning from a past situation that caused a lot of pain. And this is a masculine energy, like a fatherly figure, an older brother. It could also symbolize an older woman. So overall, it could be an older woman. It could be an elderly person who has dark gray or white colored hair. That's what I'm picking up. And I'm reading these cards as I go along and what I pick up intuitively and also the meaning of them. So overall, this is a new beginning. This is something that is grown, mature. All people who are involved in the situation, they grow maturely and they move on from this and they move past from this. But it is still painful. You know, this is of somebody who is mature, somebody who learns from the situation, all the parties, and this is experience. So let's get back to the main cards, which are these four. So these are just follow-up cards. When we have the snake here, it is a vindictive person, somebody who manipulates and goes to whatever extremes to get what they want. And this is representing a woman with dark hair, which I do believe, in my opinion, and what I get intuitively, I get Meghan Markle. And we have the garden here. And when it comes to the garden, this is a positive card. It is somebody who goes to public events, networks, who does a lot of charity, and somebody who is, it could be people that are higher up, that are in the government or royalty. And between here, we have the whip, and this could be a very toxic environment. Intuitively, I'm getting a toxic environment between the royal family and Meghan Markle, so a lot of heat here. Very interesting. And then we have the Tower, which is the fourth one, which is a neutral card. This is stating of something with legal matters. And then we have the Coffin, which is stating the end of something. Something is going to happen. And it could be of a life situation, or it could be something that is really going to impact the family. So something I'm getting is going to impact it, but it has to do with the center card, which is the snake. So these are the four follow-up cards I did get, because I do like to leave readings on a positive note. So the fish is a neutral card. It is a card that is around water, a water sign, water element, and this could be something that is professionalism. It could be something of, basically with the fish, it does not represent corporate America. It's something of a symbol of a business or enterprise. And it has to do something with government. And with this letter, there could be a physical communication from email or text. It could be signing or contracts of a business matter. And then we have a stork, which is representing new beginnings. Everybody is going to be walking away from this situation, learning and growing. But it is a toxic environment. And then we have the lilies here, which is the last one, which is maturity, wisdom, and it could be somebody who is a brotherly figure, which could be Prince William. In addition to that, overall, or it could represent the queen, somebody who is of grayish hair, somebody who is older. But overall, with these 5 cards, it looks like a no, they are not moving to California. So these cards are very direct and to the point. And remember, this is for discussion. This is for entertainment purposes and for open discussion. So leave your thoughts below in the comments and let me know what you think of this whole situation. So I greatly appreciate it to the subscriber who actually recommended this question to me. So I did not really expect that, but I do overall, intuitively, I am getting that there is going to not be a move to California, and also that there is not going, because of a toxic situation, that there is going to be the ending of something and people are going to walk away and mature and grow and evolve from it. I'm Melissa Herb, the plus size tarot chick. Have a great day, everybody. Be well and take care. Hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. Bye.
Return.